From WDTN, the station on your side, this is 2 News at 5 with breaking news.
The family of a man who police say jumped to his death sues the city of Dayton. Good evening, I'm Mark Allen.
I'm Marcia Baumhart. Controversy has swirled around the Kylan English case since last July. Today, a key development. His mother and attorneys pledged to take their fight for justice to the courtroom. July 16, 2011, Dayton police arrested Kylan English for an attempted robbery on Yale Avenue.
Someone tried to break in my house, beat on my door. A young man I told not to come in, Kylan English, and he kicked it and he beat it, and I don't know what he's doing, if he's trying to come back in or not.
Police say they put English in handcuffs. Video showed English standing in the sally port of the Montgomery County Jail. A few minutes later, officers said they escorted him to the jail booking area where he, quote, slammed his head into the cinder block walls, unquote, and collapsed to the floor. Family members claim a Dayton officer tased English there, but police records show the officer did not use his taser. From the jail, English was sent to Grandview Hospital to be examined for a possible head injury. Doctors cleared him to return to jail, a trip captured on this police car video.
Depends what you believe in.
Just moments later, police say English broke out the cruiser window with his head and jumped from the Salem Avenue bridge.
Hey, partner.
The English family attorney, James Green, has just wrapped up a news conference explaining the lawsuit. Anthony Kiko is live with those details.
Marsha, I'm here at the Montgomery County Courthouse where that lawsuit was filed. James Green tells me that the city, Grandview Medical Center, and the Dayton Police Department are responsible for Kylan English's death. Now, he was in police custody when he died. That's why the family says they filed the lawsuit. His parents and a few other family members were at today's press conference. This could be a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. It names the city of Dayton, Grandview Medical Center, the Dayton police officer who was transporting English, and that officer's supervisor. James Green says English should have been kept in the hospital for observation after suffering a head injury. He also says the city and police department were negligent and it resulted in English's death.
The city has to recognize its responsibility in this conduct, and that the city needs to be concerned with not just trying to present a whitewash what if occurred, but to look deep into what's going on.
No amount of dollars will ever replace a child. No parent will want to ever have to basically put their child to rest.
Now, we spoke with the city. It says that it's aware of the lawsuit but won't comment on pending litigation. And we're going to have more on this story coming up at 6. But for now, reporting live, Anthony Kiko, 2 News.
And tonight, the FBI and the Department of Justice are investigating the death of Kylan English. No word on when that will be finished.
And happening now, a vigil as civil rights leaders call for justice in a controversial shooting. It happened back on March 1st at the Summit Square townhouses. Dayton police say guards from Ranger Security killed 25-year-old Dante Price after he refused to leave that property, then tried to run over one of the guards with his vehicle. Price's family has demanded prosecutors charge the guards with murder, and the NAACP is also investigating. Alexa Ashwell joins us live from the vigil and the latest call for justice in this. Alexa?
Well, Mark, in the past 5 minutes, more and more people have showed up for this rally, in particular Dante Price's son, who just turned 1, and his mother, Sabrina Rowley. Now, after this rally, they are going to take their cause to city commissioners. 44 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. As a drum major for justice, organizers of this rally are asking for justice for Dante Price. Loved ones and local leaders believe the Montgomery County prosecutor, Matt Heck, is taking too long to make a decision on whether the 2 security guards should be charged with Dante Price's murder. As CLC Bishop Cox says, witness accounts and the 911 tape are all the prosecutor needs to file charges. But so far, the office has yet to comment, calling it an ongoing investigation. That's why mourners are now putting pressure on other city leaders.
I want the city officials to at least speak out and say, we want the prosecutor to do the right thing. If the President of the United States can speak out about the Trayvon Martin case, certainly the city where this young man grew up at, the mayor should give a response and say they want to see the right thing too.
So organizers of this rally afterwards are going to take their cause to the City Commission in hopes that they will be heard. We, of course, are going to cover that and have the full story at 10 and 11, but we will be back at 6 o'clock for an update on the rally. Reporting live in downtown Dayton, Alexa Ashwell, 2 News.
In other news today, Dayton police have found the vehicle stolen from a homicide victim, but the search continues for the suspect. Detectives had been looking for the 1999 white Econoline van with the company name Quality Electric. That's since the body of 54-year-old Tommy Nichols was found in a burned garage yesterday. Police found the van last night at Leland and Hoover in Dayton's Westwood neighborhood. Nichols had been shot to death, and police say probably knew his killer. Officials are now examining the vehicle for clues. If you think you know anything, call Crime Stoppers.
And the deaths of a father and young son hit by a train in Trenton are now being called a murder-suicide. The Butler County Coroner's Office says Robert Brown had alcohol and drugs in his system when he and his 4-year-old son were killed in February. Witnesses say Brown picked up his son's stroller that day, walked past the warning gates, right into the path of an oncoming train. Family members say the two were returning from a fishing trip.
New information tonight involving a crossover crash that left one woman dead, 2 others hurt. The coroner's office identifies the victim as 83-year-old Mary O'Callahan of Pennsylvania. The crash happened Tuesday near the Stanley exit. Police believe a Jeep crossed the median, hitting the SUV O'Callahan was riding head on. Her granddaughter was driving. She was taken to a hospital, as well as the driver of the Jeep. The crash remains under investigation.
And a Dayton church is picking up the pieces literally after a lightning strike sent bricks from the bell tower flying down into the street and onto the roof. Jordan Burgess live with the damage and why the timing could not have been worse. Jordan?
Well, the pastor would normally be preparing for a big Easter service. Instead, he's patching a roof that's now a different kind of holy, but he's determined the service will go on. A church that's used to fixing souls now has a new kind of damage to repair.
It looked like, artillery mortar or something hit it, and there's just debris everywhere.
Pastor Jesse Rubio showed up Wednesday morning to find the brick bell tower at the Fuentes de Agua Viva church had gotten one last good ringing from Mother Nature. An early morning lightning strike scattered pieces of it across the neighborhood.
This was all over the front yard and all over the front steps.
By the grace of God, and I say this, nobody was hurt.
The more than 100-year-old church bore the brunt of the bashing. The bricks ripped holes in the roof, but the outcome could have been worse.
It smells like fire, but it didn't ignite, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that.
Still, the timing is terrible for a church not only celebrating Easter this Sunday, but also planning on its first big baptism.
We borrowed that and we installed it yesterday when we were here and all that, and now this happened.
They're real busy now and they've got a lot of stuff going on, so it's a shame to have something like that happen.
Within hours, workers were already surveying the damage and plans were being made for Easter service to continue.
If the building is sound, then we will do it. If it's not sound, then we'll just bring the baptism outside and do it out here.
Because while their foundation may have been shaken, their faith hasn't been.
No, we're just hoping the Lord comes through with this, and I know He does. He always does.
And that service on Easter is planned for 9 a.m. on Sunday. Reporting live, Jordan Burgess, 2 News.
Sometimes when we're not feeling well, we need tests to help determine what's wrong. But now doctors are calling for changes. Next, why not all of those tests are necessary to help you get better.
Feel that we all came together because of the spirit of Clement.
And family members unite to remember a relative they've never even met. There are very special tributes still ahead.
And we have drier weather pushing back into the Miami Valley. Our risk of any severe weather is going to be low for the rest of the week, but we may have to deal with some frost and some freezing temperatures. We'll have the details on that coming up in the forecast.
Delivering breaking news where you want it, when you need it. We are 2 News.
When you donate your vehicle to be sold at the Goodwill Auto Auction, the money raised supports our services for thousands of people with disabilities right here in the Miami Valley. A free tow, we handle all the paperwork. Please donate today.
Why pay a lawn service all season when Handyman Ace Hardware has the answer? Get the Ace brand 4-bag fertilizer lawn program for less than $9 a bag. Regular price $64.99 minus a $30 mail-in rebate makes your final cost just $34.99. Less than $9 a bag for a beautiful lawn all season long. Application dates are easy to remember: Easter, Memorial Day, Independence Day, and Labor Day. Handyman Ace Hardware. Great prices, great tips, and great service for over 73 years.
Are you experiencing symptoms of depression? Depression symptoms include persistent sadness, sleeplessness, lack of energy, and loss of interest in usual activities. We're currently enrolling adults for a research study of an approved medication for depression. Qualified adults must have been experiencing depression symptoms for the past 30 days. Compensation may be available to those who qualify for this research study. Call toll-free 800-770-7442. 800-770-7442.
I took my Camaro to Maaco for an awesome paint job.
Maaco expertly repaired my BMW too.
But if you need paint now, you need Maaco now.
For a limited time, Maaco's lowest price paint service is on sale for only $2.99. Whatever your better get Maaco.
When you donate your vehicle to be sold at the Goodwill Auto Auction, the money raised supports our services for thousands of people with disabilities right here in the Miami Valley. A free tow, we handle all the paperwork. Please donate today.
Tonight, 9 medical groups are asking doctors and patients to think twice before ordering dozens of common treatments and practices.
They claim the tests and procedures are completely unnecessary and simply drive up the cost of health care. According to the doctors, here are some of the things we don't need. Antibiotics for a routine sinus infection, since the majority are caused by viruses. The medicines don't even work. A stress test at your annual checkup, not needed if you're a healthy adult without any cardiac symptoms. And a back scan within the first 6 weeks of lower back pain. Try physical therapy first. To read about all 45 tests that are deemed unnecessary by the group, link to the Choosing Wisely campaign through WDTN.com.
As if you couldn't share enough about your personal life already, there's a new Facebook app that allows users to share another detail: energy usage. Here's how it works. The app links your energy utility to your Facebook account and then posts your usage each month. And it will also compare your energy use to similar homes in your area.
And apparently when it comes to Domino's Pizza, the customer is not always right. The pizza chain is launching a TV ad campaign tomorrow that says no to customers who want to add or remove toppings from its artisan pizzas. However, the company will allow customers with food allergies to modify the artisan pies. All the other pizzas will still be customizable. Well, it has stood in a local cemetery for more than 100 years, a tribute to a young boy who drowned, but suddenly the monument disappeared. Up next, how a family comes together to keep that child's memory alive.
And the Easter Bunny makes deliveries a few days early. Why he's going on an excellent adventure, that's still ahead.
Tomorrow on 2 News.
Well, if you're looking for help managing your money, you probably considered talking to an advisor. Well, tomorrow, how do you find the right one? We'll help. I'm Dan Edwards.
And I'm Jamie Jurosic. Some colder morning temperatures in your updated Storm Team 2 forecast.
These stories and more beginning at 4:30 a.m. on 2 News Today. 2 News on your side, brought to you by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
The founders of America's 3 biggest pizza companies might have an Italian car, an Italian suit, or an Italian sofa. But the founder of Marco's Pizza has an Italian birth certificate. Marco's Pizza, made with sauce from our founder's recipe, a special blend of 3 cheeses, and dough made on-site daily. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza. Get the Marco's Big Square Deal. 16 slices with Old World pepperoni for $7.99. That's $7.99. Order online or call Marco's today.
Get unbelievable savings now during the Menards Dazzling Deal Sale. Get twice the coverage with Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch Ultra Cover Spray Paint. Its double cover technology lets you finish projects faster and easier. In 60 colors, $1.99 each after rebate. Give your home a finishing touch with Window Images blinds. All stock blinds are on sale. This faux wood blind in 3 colors, $14.99. Plus, they can be custom trimmed to your exact width for free.
Save big money at Menards.
This used to be the most awful moment of my day. I'd be alone with no one to help me. When my arthritis was bad, I could hardly get up.
That was her story before she called 1-800-950-4400 for a free home demonstration of MedMart's Lift and Recline Chair. This chair can help ease suffering and supply the mobility you need.
MedMart, 2237 Smithville Road, across from the Van Buren Shopping Center.
Well, now a story you're seeing first here on 2. A tragic death and then a theft lead a prominent Dayton family to reunite.
They're coming together to honor a distant relative. Holly Samuels is live to make the connection.
Well, a lot of work went into this project, and none of those who gave their time and money to make this happen knew little Clement Folke. He's been dead for 124 years, and all these years after his death, he's bringing his ancestors back together again. This day has been nearly 20 years in the making. A replica statue takes its place at the gravesite of 7-year-old Clement Folke in Calvary Cemetery. Clement died while swimming in his grandparents' pond in Dayton in 1888. According to newspaper reports, some older children took little Clement's clothes while he was in the water and told him he'd have to swim to the other side to get them. Clement went under and didn't resurface.
It's unfortunate that 2 days before his 8th birthday, he drowned.
Folke's parents were so distraught they used this photo to create a life-size statue of their son to be placed at his gravesite at Calvary Cemetery. This is a photo of the original statue, which stood there until 1995. That's when it disappeared.
I think it's just terrible that somebody would come and steal from a small child's grave. It's about as low life a thing you can do in life.
That's where Ed Folke Breen comes in. He's a distant relative who was asked to help raise money to replace the statue.
I just wrote to every Folke in the phone book, and I didn't recognize these names. I didn't know these people. And 2 weeks went by, and I told my wife, oh my word, nobody sent any money. There's nothing here.
But as time went on, money did start to trickle in, and the Folke family came together and made it happen with the help of some area businesses and the board at Calvary Cemetery.
To do this is something unusual, to really have the actual statue of the boy himself. So we wanted to replicate that.
As it turns out, Ed's accomplishment goes deeper than a statue. Clement Folke comes from a prominent Dayton family. His grandmother, Bernadina, who's buried nearby at Calvary, started Folke's and Sons Meatpacking Company, which operated in Dayton from 1872 to 1970. When William Folke, one of the sons who took over the company, died in 1924, the family fought over inheritance.
The family split apart, and most people in the family haven't seen each other since about 1924.
Now, a tragic death and a senseless theft has succeeded in healing what time could not.
Everyone just came together, and it was just probably a very positive experience, one of the most happy experiences of my life, working with some very kind and wonderful people.
And Calvary Cemetery is hosting an official unveiling of the statue. That's April 28th at 9:30 in the morning. It'll be held at Clement's gravesite. Reporting live, I'm Holly Samuels, 2 News.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Brian Davis and your Storm Team 2 forecast.
And tonight we are looking at some sunshine, especially over the northern part of our region. Still a little leftover cloud cover across the south. Even had those showers linger into the early afternoon in some locations, but now they're all down towards Cincinnati. We'll check those out in a moment on Live Doppler 2X. Forecast this evening will be around 60 degrees at 7 o'clock. Partly cloudy skies over the southern part of our viewing area, especially south of 70, but up north generally clear. And then we'll see that clearing trend continue to work on into the upper 40s by 11 o'clock. Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, 39 degrees, 50 degrees at noon, and 56 at 5 p.m. So a cool day on the way, but we should see mostly sunny skies. But the colder air is coming back, and we have a very good chance, especially tomorrow night, Thursday night, and into Friday morning, of seeing temperatures into the upper 20s and low 30s across the region. So because of that, for the Dayton area, we have freeze watches in effect up into Miami County. That'll be in effect until Friday morning at 9 o'clock. And even tonight, there could be some patchy frost across our northern counties. The thing that may limit it, a little bit of a breeze staying up most of the night, but frost advisories have been issued up north, Auglaize, Shelby, Champaign counties, and up towards Logan and Hardin counties, and also up into the northeast part of the state. But definitely getting back to a colder weather pattern here. By Friday morning, expecting lows around 31 in Lima, 32-degree reading. Fort Wayne will be around the freezing mark, even down to Cincinnati. Mid-30s expected for overnight lows, and some upper 20s and low 30s over the north central part of the state. As mentioned, we've been looking at dry weather here. Just a couple of showers in the far southern part of our viewing area, mostly east of Cincinnati now, and those continue to drop south. Eastern had some of those showers around, as I mentioned, early afternoon here, even over the southern part of Montgomery County, but everything drying out now as those showers continue to drift off to the south and east. We're at 65 degrees, and that just happened in the past hour or two. We've spent most of the day between about 55 and 60 because of the cloud cover and the showers around. Wind out of the north-northeast to 10 miles an hour with a relative humidity 34%. Upper 50s, low 60s over the northern part of the state, low 60s Cincinnati where the rains just ended, and those winds out of the northeast tonight bringing in that chillier air, so be prepared for some colder temperatures as we head through the next 24 hours. Warm air still left over the southeastern part of the country, but some of this chillier air over the eastern part of Canada, that'll be settling southward here and influencing our weather as we head through the week. So low pressure will stay southwest of us as high pressure continues to strengthen over the Great Lakes. So tonight looks like we'll see skies generally clearing out. If we do see any high clouds around, they'll be fairly thin. And then tomorrow look for mostly sunny conditions. Should really get clear then for Thursday night and into Friday morning with plenty of sun as we head into Friday and also the start of the weekend. Here's your forecast tonight. Skies gradually clearing back out. Overnight low 37, colder than it has been. Mostly sunny tomorrow up to 56, and starting off at 39 at 8 o'clock, 46 at 10, 50 degrees at noon, and 56 at 5 o'clock. Your 7-day planner, that good chance of some frost and freezing temperatures come Friday morning. After that, a little bit milder for Saturday afternoon. Could see frost again come Saturday morning, and only slight chances of rain now for Easter Sunday.
Well, speaking of Easter, an Easter bunny goes on an excellent adventure underwater. This subsea bunny is leaving eggs on the seafloor in the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. They will stay there until Easter Sunday, when underwater hunters will search for the eggs in an effort to raise money to buy holiday gifts for needy kids.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, very nice. Here at 2 News, we are committed to you, and that means your opinion counts very much.
So now we've made it even easier to weigh in on stories and share your thoughts with us. Megan O'Rourke gives us a quick look at our new WDTN.com comments section.
It's the same great site with one significant improvement. We've changed the way you comment on stories, and as a result, joining the discussion is easier than ever before. No matter what story, whether it's about a fire or tips from the BBB to avoid being scammed, it's simple to share your thoughts.
Just click on any story, scroll to the bottom of the page, and start typing.
And when you're done, click Post As. There you'll see a list of options where you can tell us about yourself. You can either use a social networking account like Facebook or Twitter, or choose to log in as a guest.
The point is this: you have the power to tell us what you think, and we can't wait to hear from you. I'm Megan O'Rourke, 2 News.
Next on 2 News, Get Up, the health department's campaign to help you and your family stay active.
And the amazing video captured tornadoes tearing through Texas yesterday. Now, others are calling the outbreak amazing for an entirely different reason.
2 News, brought to you by Springfield Masonic Community.
Plumbing problems pestering you? Then call Pester Plumbing. Hi, I'm Brian Pester of Pester Plumbing, and we can fix any plumbing problems that might be pestering you. We have a fully stocked warehouse with everything we need to do the job right. We work with everything from faucet repairs to gas and water services. We have a full fleet of excavating equipment for those really big jobs. Remember, at Pester Plumbing, no job is too small or too big. Call Pester Plumbing today at 299-5606. That's 299-5606.
I remember the days before COPD. My son and I never missed opening day. But with COPD making it hard to breathe, I thought those days might be over. So my doctor prescribed Symbicort. It helps significantly improve my lung function starting within 5 minutes. Symbicort doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. With Symbicort, today I'm breathing better. And that means game on! Symbicort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. Symbicort may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. With COPD, I thought I might miss out on my favorite tradition. Now, Symbicort significantly improves my lung function starting within 5 minutes, and that makes a difference in my breathing. Today, I'm back with my favorite team. Ask your doctor about Symbicort. I got my first prescription free. Call or click to learn more.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Want your weeds to hit the road? Hit them with Roundup Extended Control. One application kills weeds and puts down a barrier to stop new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control. Spray once, stop weeds for months.
April is recognized as Minority Health Month, and today the city held a spring break event to encourage healthy lifestyles among Dayton residents. The event promoted Montgomery County's Get Up campaign. It has a 5-2-1 almost none message. It's very simple. 5 servings of fruit and veggies a day, no more than 2 hours of screen time, 1 hour of active play, and nearly no sugary drinks.
Our kids will be healthier, and healthy kids make better learners, and so the Get Up healthy lifestyle message is important for everyone.
Other events are scheduled throughout the month. For more information, the number is 225-4398. Most heart attacks are caused by conditions that will not respond to shocks from a defibrillator. A new study suggests that repetitive chest compressions could help those patients. The latest CPR guidelines place a strong emphasis on chest compressions with minimal breaks. Americans may be more overweight than thought. A new study by the PATH Foundation finds body mass index significantly underestimates the number of people who are obese, and the measure is possible more misleading for women. Researchers say measuring the percentage of body fat is more accurate because it differentiates fat, muscle mass, and bone.
All right, Marcia, thank you. Well, Tuesday's tornado outbreak left behind plenty of destruction down in Texas, but few injuries and amazingly no deaths. That's what many are calling a miracle tonight. Jay Gray with the latest as the cleanup begins.
The day after, survivors are working through what's left of their homes and the shock of what happened here.
I don't know that it's really sunk in quite yet.
Miles of debris stretch out across dozens of neighborhoods in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Hundreds of homes and lives torn apart. But through the tears and all of this rubble, there are amazing stories of survival. This is all that's left of Chris Wilson's home. As he looks at the stairs that once led to a second floor, he can't help but think about what could have been.
My wife could have been in the bedroom. As you see, it's gone. My son could have been upstairs in his room. That room is gone.
But they are not. Somehow, no one was killed during the violent storms.
Everything worked in the city. The sirens worked, the early warnings worked, and that's why I think everybody's alive today.
Including, in at least 2 cases,
oh my goodness,
a couple of best friends reunited with their owners.
I'm so glad to see you. Oh, I'm so worried about him.
Concern stretches across the region right now. Frustrated residents still unable to return to their battered neighborhoods.
We can't go check our house out. Why we got to stand side the street down here when we can be checking out and see what's going on with our property?
Officials say even though the skies are clear, there's still a real danger in some of the hardest hit areas.
We have to make sure that safety is the first order. You have no power, limited utilities. There's not a lot that you can do at this point in time.
Even though there's so much to do to try and get things back to the way they were before the storms.
And now breaking news, prosecutors have just filed 7 murder charges against the suspect in the deadly California college shooting. 43-year-old One Go is accused of shooting and killing 7 people at Oikos University Monday. 3 other people were hurt. Go told police he had been bullied and teased by his poor English skills.
And here at home, the investigation into the controversial police shooting of a man jaywalking in Trotwood has come to an end. Those breaking details are next.
And a man turns to 2 for a mess that has gotten out of control. Cleaning up a neighborhood still ahead.
Hi, I'm Rodney Highfield, owner of Highfield Door Sales. All of our employees are dedicated to treat our customers the same as they would want to be treated at their own home. You could say we're an old-fashioned kind of company. So for all your garage door, storm, and entry door needs, give us a call at Highfield Door Sales.
If 5 friends are having a light beer and they all put their drinks down in the same place, how long will it take to find the Yingling Light Lager? About that long. because the rich amber color of Yingling Light Lager makes it stand out from the rest. The true lager flavor, however, makes it disappear. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager, from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
You have back pain. You've tried drugs and maybe even surgery, but the back pain always returns. Call Polking Decompression and Rehab right now for your free consultation. The professionals at Polking Decompression can diagnose and treat the true cause of your pain, utilizing the most advanced non-surgical treatments, such as spinal decompression. Spinal decompression gently decompresses the spine, taking pressure off the injured disc and nerves, allowing them to heal naturally. Call Polking Decompression and Rehab right now for your free consultation.
From WDTN, the station on your side, this is 2 News at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30, play ball while the Dragons prepare to swing for the fences. Downtown Dayton businesses plan to score profits.
And this is no ordinary trip to a store. This man is buying guns. It's what he did not bring here that